Hey guys, I'm Greg. Welcome to Greg's Beer Reviews. Let's go see what's in the fridge today.
Oh, cool.
Hello everybody, thanks for stopping by Greg's Beer Reviews today. Today's beer is another new one from Newcastle. This is their Founders Ale. On the top little label it says, a blighty good brew. And then right above the Newcastle says, from the one and only Newcastle. Let me read what's on the back. Newcastle Founders Ale, 2 hour 5 fathers, not 4 fathers, 5 fathers. We bring you Newcastle Founders Ale, a unique limited edition brew with the drinkability you'd expect from Newcastle. Our Newcastle founders came together to produce beers with real star quality. This ale is a tribute to the heritage and the authenticity of those top brewers of Victorian Newcastle. Founders is a pale ale with a dry hoppy flavor and aroma. It is sweet rather than bitter, with a clean, short finish. What better way to toast the season of renewal? So, sounds pretty good there. What do you think, guys? This is brewed by the Caledonian Brewery Company out of United Kingdom. Scotland is what it says here. See what it says here. Import Newcastle, White Plains, New York, brewed by Thomas and Burton, limited Burton, United Kingdom. A product of the United Kingdom. So, this is an English Pale Ale according to this, and it is 4.80 ABV, and I don't think it has it on the label here anywhere. I do not see it. So it is not listed here. We'll have to go by that word. The food pairing for this cuisine is Indian, Mediterranean, Middle Eastern, and cheeses are peppery. The Monterey, the pepper jack, sharp, blue, cheddar. The meat is fish and shellfish. Glassware is a pint, Becker the Stein, mug, about anything you want to pour it in. And the beer is not recommended for extended celebrants, being a 4.80% beer. Spring offering from these guys. So I have not seen this one before. So this, I think this is something new. If any of y'all have had this before, let me know. So let's see what we got. Rather unique cap on this one. So that will add to the collection on the fridge downstairs, the green fridge. Let's get it in a glass and see what we got. You reckon it'll get a little head on it? Let's go down the middle here, see if we can get us a foamy head. Generate us a little head. A little foamy head there. There it is, look at there. Got us a nice finger of head with that aggressive pour. Over into the light, guys, this is crystal clear. I mean, there is no haze whatsoever. Got quite a few bubbles streaming up from the bottom of it. It is very, very orangey, coppery color. Almost to the bronze color. And a nice foamy head on top of that with that aggressive pour on that one, guys. It looks pretty good in the glass. Let's get a nose on it and see what it's all about. Pale. English Pale Ale. That's exactly what I'm getting. I'm getting a little bit of maltiness there and some bready yeast. Not a big hop presence. They're using the English style hop, so they're going to be more of a herbal, spicy hop to me. Maybe just a little bit of pininess, not a whole lot. Nothing to what the American standards are anyway, guys. Smells good though. I wonder if they're taking their regular Newcastle beer and just hopping it up a little bit to get this. So I don't know. Let's give it a taste. See what we got, guys. Cheers. A lot of malt there. A good tasting malt presence. Not a lot of hop presence here like they're saying. It's more sweet than it is bitter. I don't know what the IBU uses on this. It does not say. Rather sessionable. A little grainy. A little thin, but of course, I mean, 4.8%, so surprising though, for a less than 5% beer, it does have a lot of taste. Quality ingredients there, no adjuncts, no rice, no corn, no fillers. So, guys, I mean, it's not blowing my socks off or my hair back or anything, but it is a decent representation, as far as I'm concerned, of what an English pale ale would be. So, yeah, we're going to let it warm up and just try out the fresh 40 degrees. And the other half sip a little bit of this and see what she thinks. But I mean, it's not a top of A beer as far as I'm concerned right now, but it is it's above average beer, at least to the C plus, if not B minus scale on first impression here. So we'll let it warm up, and I'm going to sip on. Be right back with you the final chug and see where it ends up. Stick around. Alright guys, thanks for sticking around. Got just a little bit, well, even more than just a little bit. Definitely more malty than bitter. Very easy drinking, very tasty, very sessionable. Not a strong hop presence, very much like an English ale would be. I find nothing wrong with this beer. I really don't. Not a chug, guys. This beats the shit out of Budweiser, Miller, or Coors. I mean, it's hands down better than any of those guys. So it's very tasty, very, very tasty. Now, so I'm gonna give it a 5. I'm gonna give it a B minus. It's an above average beer, good quality ingredients, nice session ale, more to the English style. A good transitional beer, if you will, for somebody that's used to drinking Bud, Miller, or Coors. If you want something with a little more taste and not quite up to what the Americans like us put into it, you might want to start off with an English style pale ale before you go to an American style, which is going to have a bigger hop presence. So, guys, it's pretty tasty. I mean, Red Beer has a 41 overall and 47 in this style, which I think those marks are just way, 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 way low. So. Beer Advocate even does better than that. They have a 78, so they're down below the 80s on this, but I mean, it's not a bad beer. It's not, like I said, not blowing your socks off or your hat off or anything like that, but a good session ale. So if you want to jump over from a garbage beer like Bud, Miller, or Coors and try something with some better ingredients other than rice and corn and adjuncts and all the other fillers they put in there, this one probably may be a good one to start with. If you're kind of a skeptic of the American style, try the English style here. It's a little lighter on the palate, if you will. So guys, give me some comments back on this, and if you've seen it or if you've had it, I think it's fairly new. So if you see it, pick it up, give it a try. Let me know what you think. As always, rate, comment, subscribe, and let's look in the fridge tomorrow. See everybody live.